was a chain around you that no one could see. Not iron, not rope, something older, placed there by hands that loved you too much to let you break before your war arrived. You thought God had forgotten you. You thought your prayers hit a ceiling and fell back as silence. You were wrong. He heard every word. He just wasn't ready to release you yet. Some soldiers are too dangerous to be let loose too early.
The chain was not punishment. It was a cage around a fire that would have burned everything, including me. If it had been freed too soon, there is a fury in my blood that does not belong to this world, a flame lit before I was born. Raw power with no direction is a flood. It destroys the one who carries it first. So God wrapped a chain around my spirit and said, "Not yet. First, I teach you where to aim."
And the teaching was brutal. No classroom, just ruin. Every person who abandoned you, that was curriculum. Every night you stared at the ceiling, wondering if tomorrow was worth waking up for. That was endurance training you could not learn any other way. Every time you reached for something good and watched it crumble, that was God stripping away everything you thought you needed. You begged him to stop. He didn't. You screamed into the dark. The dark just swallowed it. You fell to your knees so many times the ground knows you by name.
But here is the part they will never understand. The ones who watched me crawl and called me finished. I kept getting up, not because I had hope. Some nights, hope was dead, cold, stiff, lying on the floor beside me. I got up because something deeper than hope lives in me. Something that does not have a name. Something that breathes. When everything else in me has stopped, that is what God was protecting. That nameless thing. That refusal to die.
The people around you saw the chain. They just didn't know what it was. They saw a man who couldn't seem to win, who worked harder than everyone and still lost. They pitied you. Some laughed. They thought you were cursed, punished, forgotten. They had no idea they were watching a weapon being built, because that is what chains do when God is the blacksmith. They don't just hold you, they shape you. Every restriction becomes a repetition. Every limitation becomes muscle you didn't know you were building. Every time life said no, your spirit said again, 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 until the word no lost its meaning entirely. And the only language your soul speaks now is forward.
Let them misunderstand. Let them think the chain was punishment. I know the truth. The chain was the forge, and I was the blade, being folded in on myself 1,000 times, until nothing could break me. Not people, not failure, not even the silence of God, who was building me in secret.
attention. This is where the story turns. There comes a day, and you have felt it when heaven looks down at the war and decides the reserves have waited long enough. The chain does not loosen gradually. It breaks all at once, not with a whisper, with a sound that shakes the foundation of everything that held you down. The day God broke the chain on his darkest soldier was not a celebration. It was a verdict. Heaven said to everything that ever tormented you, your time is over. I kept him from you not to protect him, to protect you from what he would become once I let him move.
And now, I move different, not faster, heavier. There is a weight to me now that was not there before. My footsteps land different. My voice carries different. The air around me has changed. People feel it before they see it. Something ancient woke up in my chest, and it is not going back to sleep. I don't argue anymore. I don't explain myself. I don't beg for seats at tables. I can now build with my bare hands. The man who needed approval died somewhere between the third and fourth. Time life brought him to his knees. What stands now does not need permission, does not need applause, because he has already been believed in by the only voice that matters. And that voice did not say, "You are special." It said, "You are ready."
There is a difference between a man who has been blessed and a man who has been broken by God and then rebuilt. The blessed man is grateful. The rebuilt man is terrifying because he has nothing left to lose. Every soft thing has already been burned away. What remains is iron and intention. That is you now, the darkest soldier, not dark because you are evil. Dark because where God trained you, there was no light, and you learned to fight without it. You learned to swing in the pitch black and still hit your mark. You learned to pray with your teeth clenched and your fists closed. You learn that worship is not always a song. Sometimes it is standing up one more time, when everything in your body says stay down.
Eve, now look at my hands. The same hands that trembled. The same hands that reached out and found nothing. Those hands are weapons now, not because they are strong, Eve, because they have been empty. A man who has held nothing learns to gripe of everything differently. He does not clutch, he commands. And my eyes, Eve, my eyes used to search rooms for acceptance now. My eyes walk into rooms first, before my body arrives. My gazé has already spoken, and it says, Eve, I did not come herito, fit in. I came here because something in this room needs to change, and heaven sent me to change it.
You will be misunderstood. That is the cost. The chained version of you was easy to love, manageable. But the unchained version, this version is a problem for every comfortable person in your life. Because your freedom reminds them of their own chains, and instead of breaking theirs, they will try to convince you to put yours back on. Do not. The chain is broken, and what God has broken no man puts back together, no guilt, no manipulation, no memory of who you used to be. That man served his purpose. He was the cocoon. You are what crawled out of it, and what crawled out does not go backward. Here is the part that will shake you. The war you trained for is not against them. The war is against every leaf that says a man who has been through hell cannot carry heaven inside him. Against every whisper that says your pain disqualifies you from purpose. Against the silence that tried to convince you that God's absence was rejection when it was preparation. You are the unsuerto, a prayer someone else is still praying tonight. Someone out there right now is on their knees in the same dark room you once lived in, asking God if it gets better. And you, your life, your survival, your unchaining, you are the evidence that it does. Not easier, better, harder, holier, heavier than they expect, but better. So walk now. Walk like the chain never held you back. It held you together. Walk like every steep is a sentence God wrote on the earth with your feet. Walk like the soldier you are, not the kind who marches for applause. The kind who marches because the order was given, and the order was enough. The world will feel you before it sees you, and when it finally turns and looks, when it sees the scars, the steadiness, the ancient calm behind your eyes, it will ask the only question that matters: what happened to him? And heaven will answer, I broke the Channon, my darkest soldier, and the war he was built for has finally begun.